I'm ready. Wait, you're at 143 timer in the pistol?
Yep.
All right, 1, 2, 3, go.
Going, gone. Is
All
a
right.
cat split coming in here?
Yeah, it looks like it. It's a passive CT pistol round from Fnatic for the first time.
Is this Fnatic playing?
They've crushed everything though. Look at the health. Three
Yeah.
or 2 on 3. Like that's nuts.
What I don't like about what TSM did there was they left window open, and then when they came up mid with 3 players, they actually split up. One went cat, one went connector, and one went I don't even know what. He was just like fighting mid or something.
TSM's gonna win this. I feel like. Oh, he has a kit.
We'll play
Thank
that
God.
Flusha.
Flush is so clutch, dude. It's unreal.
That well.
I yeah. You know, I've noticed like this trend in like pistol rounds on the pro level. Like terrace pistol rounds are like these huge, like fast committals lately.
Yeah, but that's exactly what I was talking about when we were talking about Inferno. Is that
Swarming and like swarming because you
swarm,
just want to
jump
get in
around
there
with
and
their
swarm out the
Glock, and
defense.
there's 12 bullets in the USP. If they don't hit the headshot, they're fucked. Where's that smoke? Oh god, I've done it again. I've let go. I've let go. I thought I was gonna get stuck in a smoke grenade.
Mayday, mayday! Steals in a flat spin.
There's about 15 seconds left here.
I hate, dude. Here's what I don't understand is like, this might be like very old school 1.6 player me, but I hate like all these second round buys out of like the teams that lose pistol. Like you don't have to here. Like I just feel like the fact that the pistols are so strong, like the risk you take is so worth it because you might win it. Like they don't actually think it's a good idea. They're just gambling with it.
You mean
You
just
know?
like
They're just like we have to because Tech Nines are so strong. Something magical could happen, but this really isn't that smart of a decision.
wait? I
Okay, so
go one more time.
I feel like a lot of these like second round buys aren't actually like thought process.
So
It's
the
just like
TSM buy
pistols.
you're talking
Yeah,
about, right?
like yeah, but it's any team, any second round buy. Like think of it. You lose pistol round. It's first half. There's no
Yeah.
reason to risk a second round buy because you can go into the third round and have a like a strongest buy possible. But like because they're so strong, like because the scout and the tech nines are so strong, you're just like I can like like we have to gamble it because there's like a 40-60 chance that we're going to win it.
Yes.
Like we have a good shot at it even though this is a bad idea. Like we could just be a comfortable buy into the fourth round.
Yeah, but that's just the meta of the game, and that's gonna teams are gonna do this for as long as the pistols are overpowered and the economy system's screwed up, and it's just gonna keep existing. Like the game needs to be updated for anything to change about that,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
I know. I've just been like increasingly frustrated with it because like you look at like how teams can control the economy. Like you look at how big of a lead TSM jumped out to. Like specifically because Fnatic, like on Inferno, when their economy was huge after 5 rounds, it's because of a second round buy that got shut down.
Hmm.
You know, because were able to build up so much money in like the first 4 rounds. Like that's what allowed TSM to get out to a 9-1 lead. So like, why even risk letting them build up such a massive economy early on? You know?
Well, that's a problem with I have in CS:GO's current state, or at least like just CS:GO in general, is that when you compare it to 1.6, and yes, I'm gonna say it, Source,
Their solution
the end of
to equalizing the power of weapons is to buff the weapons that are weak instead of
well,
weakening the weapons that are
w
strong.
Valve's thought process behind it was they want all weapons to be used. So it doesn't matter what weapon, they want people using
Right.
all the weapons in the game. So they buff the weapons that weren't used so that people would want to use them. And that's understandable. They want people to have a nice balance of weapons. They want shotguns to be useful. They want all the guns to be useful. But what happened in the whole like translation of everything is that the the teamwork aspect and skill level of the game just like dropped massively. Now it's like individually skilled players can make it to the top of the scene, and people like teamwork's not as needed or desired anymore. Like you
Right.
could have team players in 1.6 and Source that like were really good at communication, setting up teams for plays, and having composure and doing everything proper, like textbook CS. But now textbook CS, you kind of throw it out the window because if you can push off CAD and Ace on Dust 2, I'm gonna do that instead,
Because you're
right?
Olaf Meister.
Yeah. A little off topic. I bit my tongue last night eating a cookie, and my tongue hurts a lot.
Sorry to hear that. Just a little off topic. I like it.
Alrighty.
I can't believe they
That's
got the bomb
that's
plant.
a
They had like one or two smokes. That was
that
it.
that's a big bump plant. Those were the smokes in like the perfect locations though. Smoke off connectors, smoke off spawn, and just get that bump planted on the opposite side of Tribox. That's absolutely huge. Like that's the biggest win they could ask for. Even though they only got the one kill, that bomb plant is in itself like probably the biggest win they could have asked for in that round. 7K
Yeah,
around.
no, it really is. They didn't, well, especially because they did nothing with that second round buy. Like they got demolished. So like that bomb plant allows Kerrigan to get this AWP. Actually, although he must not have bought second round, or I mean, oh sorry, I meant third round. Actually, I might be a little bit lost at the moment. I was all caught up in my pistol round discussion.
I'm stuck on the smoke. Oh
Again?
god, yeah. I was seeing if you knew how to line it up for a window properly because you lined it up really quick. But the other thing I did notice while the smoke was still in the air was that Kerrigan actually peeked out mid window, or peeked out mid as a terrorist towards the CTs in the window a couple seconds prior to the smoke actually blooming in the window room. And I figure if you're throwing a smoke to block off the window, why risk taking that duel if you know that the CT's what the fuck, Flusha?
Yeah, right.
If the CT's gonna have to reposition after that smoke, why not get ready for the CT to be repositioned as opposed to taking that 1v1 duel?
I mean, like think of all the
Oh,
demos we've watched this week though, like or tonight. There's been a lot of one-on-one duels that we question.
yeah. Imagine Flusha doesn't suicide out the window there. This is now a 2 versus 1 in favor of Fnatic. I feel
Yeah,
like
but that's
JW
the
still
thing.
might
Like,
win this with the smoke.
I I feel like we can analyze this with like the theoretical Counter Strike, but like that's the weird thing about these two teams is that recently they're the teams that defy theoretical Counter Strike. You know?
This is gonna smoke and defuse. This is insane. JW has this red wait, does he? Oh, now he does.
He does now. Yeah.
Oh my god. That's perfect from JW. Couldn't have had
Oh.
1 versus 3. That is sickening. That is sickening.
Yeah, I mean you're right. If Flush doesn't make that kind of a play, it's a 2-on-1. But yeah, I mean, like you don't. That's the thing. It's like you don't get punished when you have a player like JW. Like that's kind of the weird part about it is they have so many good individual players that they don't get punished when they make plays that are bad theoretically. Like practice is always different, and now they have JW gives them a 5-on-3 lead immediately. No one's had to shoot a bullet except for him. 5-on-2, excuse me. Like this is what we didn't see on Inferno. Remember, we never saw JW with an op. We never saw JW doing these kind of aggressive plays, like just re-peeking with an op. Like it's insane.
There's a pause. I think this is TSM's timeout right here. Yeah, there it is.
You think someone from Fnatic asked them what's wrong?
That would be fucking good though.
I don't think they have the balls because of Bucharest.
So TSM kind of fudged up last round by peeking the window against JW and dying there. I think they should have just gone back to what they did in the round prior, where they smoked off window. Like they had that lead, they had the man advantage. They should have done everything they did in the round before, up until the point that they lost the 3 versus 1.
Yeah.
So like when I'm playing on a team, that's my thought. I look at the strat that we ran. If we got into the bomb site, we planted and we had the number game like 3 versus 2, like even if it's like a 2 versus 2 or 3 versus 3 with the bomb planted, as far as I'm concerned, the strat worked, and we need to work on our post plants and holding it. So I have no problem
Right.
calling the strat again.
Well, yeah, that's the thing about strats is like people think strats are designed to like win you the rounds. They're not. They're designed to like get you into the position to win the round, and then when you're in your situational, you have to fucking play it properly. That's my take on them, at least. Like obviously, every strat is designed to win the round, I guess, but like they're designed to like put you in the position to win the round. Like from there, like when shit goes down, like you can't.
It's on the fly reactions
Yeah,
decisions.
and it's like you have to like beat that shit into your head. That's a good way to put it. On the fly reactions. You like need to like. That's why fundamentals are so important, and that's why North American teams struggle so much because they don't have those fundamentals. But like the strats are designed to get you the bomb planted in like a 4-on-3 or something like that. You know.
Yeah, that's like the most ideal situation. And whenever I'm creating strats, it's always like I always take into account like, okay, I'm probably gonna lose a player here. I'm gonna probably lose a player here. But as long as we get these trades, that's fine. And then you think about like realistic expectations. So if you go one for one trade here, how do you minimize the amount of people that you're losing? How do you enter the safest way, not like the most flawless way. You always have to expect someone's gonna die. You can't approach strat making as a terrorist and say, oh yeah, all of my teammates are gonna be alive throughout this entire round doing the strat. Because you're gonna go into a game, you're gonna run that strat, you're gonna get smashed, and you're gonna be like, well, in theory it's supposed to work, and we're not supposed to lose anybody. But yeah,
That's my big worry about Cloud9. Actually, is that they play like really good theoretical Counter Strike, but like when the theory doesn't work, like what's gonna happen? You need like some fucking playmakers on the squad.
well, if the bomb's planted, they can win. Scott can win it. If Scott's alive and the bomb's planted, they can win. Just ask
Shroud and
Dazed.
Sky.
I think if the bomb's planted, Shroud can do well on T side, but I think if the bomb's not planted, Shroud's like
Dude, that team is
non-existent.
designed. That team is designed for freaking nothing to get the bomb planted, and then for Sean Skadoodle and Shroud to win the round.
That's right. That's actually accurate. Because without the bomb being planted, let's say freaking nothing are dead and the bomb's not planted, Shroud ain't planting that. I'm sorry.
I think we actually did these demos in reverse order. To be honest with you,
I think so
that's
as
my
well.
bad.
I think it was the first one.
Yep.
Because I looked at the numbers, it's like 6-4,
Well,
6-5-4,
because
6-5-5,
TSM wins
6-5-6.
it, and we already
Versus...
saw 2 of their wins, and
True,
they
true.
won Cobble.
True, true, true.
It's okay. It's okay. Maybe it was just getting late. That's how we saw fnatic. Look weird.
Yeah. Here's the smoke mid window, which is what TSM needed to do. I love this strat. Okay. So what they did was TSM they smoked mid window and they made everything seem like they were doing their mid control shit. And what they did with that was they sent 2 players to mid to kind of fake the pressure. It pulled the A rotator to watch into connector, and then in that moment, 3 of the players ran up a ramp all at the same time and got that entry kill on the one remaining player who's in the bomb site, the one remaining Fnatic player in the bomb site. So that's a
Yeah, well, they forced the rotate and then isolate them.
yeah, that's a very good strat by TSM. I love doing that. Love it. Unfortunately though, they lost the post
TS or
plant.
Fnatic still wins.
Yeah,
There's that theoretical versus applicated Counter Strike for you.
and I was just drawing on the map the entire time through the retake. I figure once it's a 3-on-3 like that and you're in the bomb site and the bomb's planted, like I don't know I don't know what to say about it.
This is just a straight up. This is just straight up A hit. No map control whatsoever for TSM. They're just going for it, and Zipix is making it work. This is just fighting duels. If TSM loses this, I'm gonna cry. To be completely honest with you.
There's no way they lose this round.
Well, there's a good start for Fnatic.
Why is device peeking?
Oh my god, the fact that it's even a 1-on-1
Yeah, that's
scares me.
like why isn't Dupree the first person taking contact and then device peeking off that? You know, like the nade kill. Okay, understandable. You're low health. You're in the site. He throws a nade behind the site. It gets you. Cool. 2-on-2. They need to figure out who's taking first contact.
I'm actually surprised that the money for Fnatic isn't better right now. Like TSM's actually done a good job of whittling it down. Despite 9 rounds in a row for Fnatic to be this low in economy.
Well, they're not massively low, but this is a great entry
Yeah,
into the
well,
B
TSM is.
to A.
Yeah, they found the timing. They're just like, screw it, we're not gonna execute. We're just gonna walk out like 10 seconds delayed.
Yeah, they're gonna smoke upstairs, and this is a good pistol round strat actually that I really enjoy. Smoking stairs and Nexus stairs, and just bursting out, pushing down into CT spawn, controlling just that entire area, like from under balcony to CT spawn, just that line across the site. Like I love doing that, just smoking off stairs and Nexus stairs. And I think TSM they just did, and they hit twice in a row, just like smoking A and going in. That's where they found their success. That's where I'd keep going if I was TSM.
Well, it's like a change of pace too, because like they're not like doing any of their mid control. They're just fucking hitting something. They're just like walking out, and Fnatic was not expecting it whatsoever.
Or TSM gonna do it again?
No way. There's no
No, they're
way. They
faking
just
it
won
though.
2 rounds of it. Like, do you think it looks like they're gonna? Okay, Zipix is
Looks
going
like a
back
fake
towards
of it.
B. Yeah.
And they're gonna hit B. Wait, where'd that smoke go? Oh, he didn't throw it? Wait, where'd it go?
I guess not. I'm looking at the mini map. I don't see it anywhere. Just wanted a ramp.
Did it just land
Oh,
juggle
did it?
now?
Yeah, is that what it was?
Like 15 seconds later.
Maybe he missed it.
And it just went out of the map or something?
Guess I don't see it anywhere. That's weird.
That was a poor fake though. They could have done that much better than what happened.
Yeah, they didn't pull any rotates. They're really lucky they won those duels. They were really lucky. Nice lyric from Dupree though. Especially, I mean, especially like even though they died, like he kept Crims over towards that A bomb site, and that put Olaf into a 1-on-2.
I'm surprised TSM actually won that round though, despite it being 4v5 and not really selling a fake or anything like that. Like I would have figured they'd have a better chance doing their A strat again than doing whatever it was that they did and trying to end B. But again, theoretical CS versus application.
Well, this is a great call. Now they're gonna go right back to the A stuff. So they've juked him out a little bit, and there's only, I mean, look at Olaf's behind phone booth. He's gonna get isolated, but Crims is all alone, so he's got to come up huge. He's got to get at least 2. The biggest issue is Flush has complete control of mid now. This is like, I mean, Kerrigan hasn't peaked enough. I don't think he's gonna find him. There he is. So he lurks that really, really well.
Crims, no.
This is what I don't understand how that works. Is Device just fucking like crab walked with a scoped op through a smoke and gets a kill? Like I don't. That's insane.
It catches people off guard largely, is what I find. Oh, that's a prime fucking grenade. It's a slam dunk. Fnatic's gonna clean up this round really well. But that's what I expected of TSM. If they hadn't lost that player early on in the round, like it would have been
No,
a
no.
completely
Dupree
different
plays
story.
this so smart. I remember this round. Dupree plays this 1-on-2 so smart. He drops that smoke so that it blocks off the player from sight, so that Pronax can't swing on him. And then he takes the 1-on-1 fight, and then Pronax is in that decision where you just keep sticking it, or like, I mean, it's, you know, that gamble, stick the bomb or die, and he dies.
if I was in the middle of a demo review, I'd be putting Tarek in a chokehold right now, and I might do it if he continues to act like a jackass. So I might go AFK randomly.
What's he doing?
He's throwing peanuts at me. He thinks he's safe because I'm in a demo review. That I won't get up and just fucking manhandle the fuck out of him.
You should be like freaking authority coaching him and making him watch this,
I should. Too bad I'm not their coach.
right?
I'm hanging out in a time of need.
Just chilling with some buddies. Just wanted to be around good Counter Strike. This round has just gone to complete shit for TSM. Holy hell. One did drop, but he was dead already, I think.
Here's the pause. That they've already done a or is that? Yeah, they've already done a tactical though, haven't they?
Oh, Hayes is in chat, dude. Hayes is paying attention.
I know.
Dude, buy that man a burrito tomorrow.
Hayes and Cutler are the only ones that actually. Well, at the start of it, when I was eating my burrito, Finesse was paying attention. During that first one. But then he loaded up his thing and whatever.
It kind of amazes me that Flusha is still so good at the CZ. Like, he's like the one player. Like, no one really uses the CZ that much anymore. Except for that, which North American team is it that buys like 5 CZs on their save rounds? Why can't I think of this? Is it Liquid?
CLG?
No, Hayes loves his deagle.
True.
I think it's Liquid.
It used to be I by Power, maybe
Yeah, I'm thinking like post nerf though.
post nerf.
Like this season, there's a team that buys like 5 CZs.
That's Liquid. Maybe Liquid. It's not Luminosity.
No, they like their deagles too.
Yeah, it's not. It's not C9. I don't think I've ever seen Sean use the CZ. It has to be
I'm
Liquid
pretty
then.
sure it's Liquid. I'm pretty sure it's Liquid.
Nylon?
No, there's no way.
Liquid by 5-7 apparently. Nylon. Everyone's spamming Nylon. Nylon, 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 Nylon.
How about Ace Gaming? While we have this pause,
Yeah?
what do you think about Ace Gaming?
Unexpected results.
Well,
I thought they
like,
would get. I thought they were gonna blow. They've actually. They put a lot of time in. I guess.
yeah, but they're about to get. I think they're gonna get auto relegated down, at least in Pro League. I think they were last place. Are they doing good in other leagues?
Who Ace?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Are they even in invite? They're in like ESAP. I thought.
No, they're in Pro League.
They're in Pro League.
Yeah,
They
they
must be
went
one
like
of those farm teams.
they went like 2-20.
Yeah, so they're one of those farm teams.
I'm just asking because they're the team that brought over Mexaki and Robin as coach. Bill Robin.
He's not. He's not coaching though, is he? Like he's managing or whatever.
Um, I think. I mean, sure, it's probably a mixture of both.
Flash is raping this game. I just noticed the scoreboard. He's 20-7 right now, and Jared V is just shy behind. What the? What?
Okay, so I just got a message on mobile that it was Liquid.
It was Liquid?
At least in one match. I don't know
Wait,
if
how
it's
did you get a
consistent.
message on Mumble? Who you Mumble with?
You? From you? It was from your mumble.
Someone in my Mumble messaged you?
I apparently have messages still enabled that go
Interesting.
text to speech, so I got that like robot chick.
Olaf's now getting in their heads. You have no power here.
How do you see this chat like in game? Do I have something turned off?
You might for your casting stuff. Do you have like a caster config on?
Fuck no.
No, you wouldn't be cameraman anyways.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't know.
God no. I don't do the
I see the
cameraman thing.
chat. I don't know. I see it, no problem. There is a command that you can turn off the chat
Yeah, I
there.
know. I see it in my console. I just don't see it in the game.
True, true. I'm not gonna follow that. Smoke grenades up next. Here's an aggro push from Fnatic. This is right after the pause. So that was a TSM pause, right? But that was more
Yep. That
that
was for
wasn't a tactic.
disconnect, not
Yeah,
tactical.
that wasn't tactical. But that's a great change of pace from Fnatic. Like because
Yeah.
even though if it's like a technical instead of tactical pause, they're still going to use that time to talk about what's going on.
Yeah,
Um,
that was my next question because I know like in like LCS and shit, um, you're not allowed to talk to you're not allowed to talk on your voice comms
oh
for League
really?
of Legends when there's a pause. Like you're not, it's monitored and you're not allowed to speak to each other about the game.
Can you talk about like some
I'm not
story
even
from like the
sure.
last night? Like, can you talk about like the strip club the night before or something?
I'm not sure quite how that goes. You're in the CLG house. You talk to the boys tomorrow, but
All right,
that's I mean every time there's a pause in LCS, you're not like the players are not allowed to talk tactically about the game.
that's interesting.
Speaking of which, actually, I'll do it during a save round. Let's get into this pistol. I'll ask you next round.
Okay. TSM is doing like the most stock pistol round you can expect. But what you see how Kerrigan just jumped down out a window to watch Underground? Like what if right now Fnatic just timing just turned around the corner when he's still like out of position and just fucking raped him? Like that
Right.
feels like an unnecessary risk.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. Like, I feel like with these teams, they just like don't give a fuck. They trust them to like recover from a mistake like that, so they're willing to gamble those kind of timings. Holy shit. I've noticed this lately. Like Fnatic relies on Olaf a lot on their pistol rounds with
Oh,
that
he had
like
Tech 9
raid
armor.
boss Tech 9 armor buy,
Yeah.
but like they do that on like basically every match or on every map. But no, what I was going to well, we have another pause, so this is perfect.
Yeah.
Um, I think I tuned into one of your streams like last weekend, and you were 10 manning, and I'm assuming the answer is no, but like you were holding tab, and like you know how as a spectator now in this demo you can hold tab and you can see like the rounds you lost by defuse with like the skulls and the defuse kit.
Yeah.
You can see how many people survived.
Yeah.
Can you do that as a team in a tournament?
By pressing tab and counting how many people were alive and shit.
Yeah, because you were doing it and you were like, no, 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 we only killed like 3 of them. Like their economy is going to be pretty strong. Let's just full save.
Yeah, I used to manually count. I used to
Right, but can do you get this option at like say we're at
Yeah, that's
Fragmite? Right.
yeah. I'd imagine so.
I hate that. That's bad.
I think in all well that's Valve. That's not really like the leagues would have to like outright come and say, okay, like we're just blocking this from happening, and then every league would need to follow suit. So knowing LP Kane, if you want that push to happen, you start with ESEA, and then you have them set the precedent. But um, yeah, I think it's just like it's just making the game easier, you know? You don't have to count money now, you don't have to count how many players died. It's just less things that you have to keep mental note of, which is just easier. It's like autopiloting everything.
Listen, like we need to go like real old school with this deal. Like back when I was competing, like in like 2004 and three, and like CPLs and shit. Like you die, you have like 2 seconds to say something, and then
And
you're
then
out.
yeah,
Like fade to
you
black. You
you
like
fade to black.
you're no longer to have any
Yeah,
input on the round. Like there's that. Like we didn't like professional level. You should just you should not be able to count players that you killed in the previous rounds. That
yep.
should be something that's like a skill that you need to have to be the best team.
I agree. I 100% agree. Okay, so then what do you think about the coaches that are able to like actually come on stage and talk to the teams while they're playing and have input on the match while they're playing during the game
I
as
like
a
that.
six man? You do you like
I
that?
actually I do. Um, yeah, I like that a lot.
But it could be like the coach could count the money and count the economy and everything like
That's
that.
fine. Like
You think it's
that's the like you want to organize however you have your 5 players and one coach. Like you want to like organize that perfectly for your squad. Like do it. Like that's like the benefit of having a coach is you can do things like that. But
okay?
like you definitely should not be able to hold tab and like if he wants to
Just
have a spreadsheet on his like freaking notepad and like keep track of it all like that, absolutely.
yeah, I used to like all the teams I've played for. I've always mainly kept track of how many people died and how many rounds in a row did we win, and was it like win, lose, win, or what happened. And that's why I've always like on my team's been good with money management and before G comments. But it's a very important part of the game, and it's how you do your next rounds. Are you going fast because they have guns, or trying to bait out their smokes and early on, or are you going slow and anticipating a push and then scouting an area out? It changes how you're going to run a strat in the following round, so you need to keep track of the money. And
Yeah,
I used to do it just because I was good at it, and
and you're Jewish. I mean, not to I just make you speechless, Josh.
already.
You made that same joke earlier. Don't act like you're offended.
I'm just joking. All right, here comes the unpause. About fucking time. We should have fast forwarded that also.
We probably should have, but I feel like we had good discussion there.
Yeah, money management.
It's funny back in the day. I remember the Europeans like used to have so many advantages on land because first of all, none of the freaking like 16-year-old admins behind a match wanted to like fuck with them. So like they would never punish a European team, but also like when a Swedish player would die, he would like act like he was swearing, but he'd like be making calls in a foreign language and no one knew what
Oh
he was
yeah,
saying.
that's
So
funny.
be like, "Oh, he's off the fucking bomb," but he would like say it in Swedish, so no one like knew what he was saying. It happened
That's
all the time.
funny. That's fucking. That's funny.
It's Europeans, man.
God, I feel like this pause is like I need to edit this out, man.
Okay, let's fast forward. I'm gonna go 4K. I'll let you know where it ends.
I'm at 1,000. Oh, okay. I'm 35-18 in the round. Sorry, 35-18 in the demo, and real life.
All right, I'm pretty much right there.
Count me down.
What time are you at in the game?
141 game time.
141.
The round timer is 141. 35-18 in the game.
All right. Well, let me know when you're at 36 minutes.
Jesus H fucking Christ. What have you done?
I blew way past it. It's unreal.
Okay, I'm at 36 right now. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. So I guess fnatic just did their classic Tech 9 armor rush B that they always do and have so much success with it somehow. I like when I try this strat with people I'm playing with, Tech 9 armor rush B, we get mowed down. How the fuck does fnatic make it work? Like what are they doing that makes it work so well?
I honestly like I feel the same way, and I don't know. Like they're really good at trading. Obviously, they're one of the best teams there are at trading when like they're committed to it. They just have so many like good pistol players. I feel like it doesn't really make sense. They have that like okay, so like on those eco runs, they have like that perfect mind where it's not like nobody plays conservative, you know? Like everyone goes for it, and like in every team in especially in North America, um, like there's always some player playing like it's a gun run, like you're gonna bait your teammate, and they just like go for it and see what happens, and they play so smart after that.
There's just 5 blocks across the board. I'm not even surprised they picked off the Zipniks. Actually, Zipnix was like one of the better Danish players. If you run the clocks like a year and a half, like he was just insane, like absolutely insane. I'm surprised that he's statistically the worst player on the team, because I don't feel like he was by any means a support player.
I think you want to know something pretty crazy is that I hate the idea. I hate this concept that people have about rules in Counter Strike at the moment. I hate it. Like it makes me upset.
Well, we can save this debate for another time, because you're wrong.
No, stop.
Listen,
Okay, we'll save it for another time.
I will turn off this demo right now and explain to you that there are 3 different roles.
No, they're definitely. All right, we'll have this debate afterwards.
I can't wait to hear what bullshit you pop up with. God, these rounds are so slow. Like, I almost forgot we were watching Fnatic and TSM for a second there. The fact that this was slowed down so much that, like, I caught myself not even talking for a minute there. It was probably less than a minute, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
This is weird
this is
because I was gonna say, doesn't TSM end up winning this game as well, or is this a Fnatic win?
this is a Fnatic win.
Okay, makes sense, makes sense. Because I'm like, I don't see how TSM crawls their way back in the game when Fnatic's been playing. Besides, like the last round, like they've been playing so well in like almost every round that they've played. And if you look at it, like even that force buy in the second round was really close. It came down to, one TSM member left or something like that, or 2 TSM
Yeah.
members left. Like that's a
Hmm.
lot of economic damage. And Fnatic right now put TSM on a force buy. If they lose this, they're double eco. It's going to be 13-7, and then they won't be able to afford until it's 15-7 already. So, like right now, I can already see the end of the game happening, and it's not even, it's 12-7. You'd think, oh no, TSM has a chance. But you look at their buy, 2 ups, 2 5-7s, and an M4 right now, and Fnatic's just keeping composure. They're in ladder room right now. They're just holding there. They have mid control. They're falling back. They're probably going to do an A hit once they fall back. Krems is wary of a B push, and they're just controlling everything.
Yeah, and this was like so different from what we saw on like Inferno. Remember, like because they didn't have they didn't really go for any kind of map control. Like that was what was so surprising. Like even on Dust 2, like there was no map control. It was all these like aggressive pushes.
They know that Zipnix is aggressive B now. Once they get this kill on him, it's just game over. And Olaf got the kill on Cat as well. What? Yeah, that's it. That's the game right there in that round alone.
Oh,
And
and Device just scopes away.
I thought you were going to talk about Fager.
Oh no.
Kerrigan's just running through the fire. uh, Roasting like a spit roast. Yeah, and that's the game right there. The economy on TSM, they eco here, they eco next, and then it's already match point by that time. And I mean that's all she wrote. Fnatic, I can output money that they played these next 3 rounds as slow as played the last 2 rounds.
Crims is going for an early peek. He had a good spawn though. This is just like an uppercut strategy, like a walk out, see what you find. They've made a lot of noise though too. But yeah, there. I mean, that's. I mean, that's pretty aggressive for this stage. I thought you were going to be right there with the slow strategy, but because you think about it, like if they lose this round, if there's like a stack, like a nade stack, and Olaf and Crims die at the A ramp, like
Well,
that gets TSM right back into the map.
I think it was primarily just Crims there at the start, and then once he realized that there was no smoke on A ramp, and he took an initial peek into A, and didn't see anyone crossing to connector, and didn't see anyone crossing towards balcony, I think he had a good feeling that it was going to be clear. So they just came up, they went Tetris box and up A ramp, and they just held there for the next peak. And once the CTs peeked at them, that's when they pushed in. So I don't think I think it was a calculated push. I don't think it was like a super aggressive play. I think it was more of a calculated
It
aggressive play.
was it was pretty committed from Olaf. I think the rest of them were like waiting to see what he found for sure. But like Olaf was all the way up in that corner to the left of the A ramp.
I have no idea what's going on here. So you down for
Another
another fast
pause, huh?
forward?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm afraid I'm just
Appar-
gonna fast forward into the game being over. Oh,
Apparently
TSM
these.
bought though. That's what I did not read. I would
Yeah.
not have guessed that they bought, but if you actually look at their buy, no utility. Nade, 3 flashes, smoke,
Well,
two
they're not playing
smokes.
for the tie, just like Fnatic does. They don't want to play for it.
Yeah.
Where are you at, by the
Oh
way?
shit. I'm at 43:52 in the demo, and the round just went live.
Okay, that's fine. I'm like 2 seconds behind you.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Go.
Go.
And here's the aggressive play from TSM to try to like take control of this. Actually, Fnatic read the force buy as well. They just ran up Bay ramp. They said fuck it, YOLO, and just ran up Bay ramp and got the entry kill there. So that's pretty huge in itself.
Yeah, definitely is. I mean, this is. I mean, this is just TSM having to be like overly aggressive because they're desperate. As it like on that retake, you notice because they don't have the nades for the retake, so they like
Yeah.
were just like pushing up and seeing what they could find.
Well, I understand TSM playing aggressive. What I did not expect was Fnatic to play aggressive.
Hmm. I think you're almost like tempered from the previous demos we watched. Like think about like Fnatic in like every other situation. Like if this is the first map,
True, 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 true.
I
So
mean,
then,
Fnatic just like thinks with their dick, dude. Like this is Fnatic's like that dude at the bar just thinking with his dick, except they're playing Counter Strike.
yeah. But it's almost like interesting to see the development like over the games when they actually start to lose and then they start to stop having the amount of like ballsiness that they have in the initial games. Like you actually see them lose that. Like they do ballsy shit at the start, and when they start losing, they're just like slowly and slowly like less ballsy. And
Yeah, well, like also like look at the aggression they've had in this map. Like it's been coordinated, you know, like versus Dust 2 where we saw like towards the end of this best of 5 like they were like all individual pushes.
you think they got exhausted?
I can't imagine. I mean, maybe it's. I mean, it was a best of 5, but still, like it's still a little bit surprising.
Well, that's all she wrote for that game.
Yeah, they got
With like
crushed.
the 5 pauses that happened. Um, yeah, I don't know. That last game there on Mirage, it kind of looked like I feel like I didn't even talk about anything on it. I don't know what to take away from it besides the fact that Fnatic's obviously, one of the strongest, if not the strongest Mirage team in the world.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
uh, the other maps, like I saw it on Dust 2 and Inferno, that TSM's Calm Collected, they don't overextend and give away their advantages, and they are more of a strategically based team. And Fnatic really needs to be hitting the shots, and they need everyone to be on point for them to win, as what we saw in Mirage there, which was the first game that they played, but the last game that we watched. As we saw the games progress, we saw sloppy plays, we saw less team coordinated plays, and we saw them fall apart with that. So They try to play the same way, but it just like the coordination disappeared. It seems like I don't know why. Why are they falling apart later on in the
Yeah, I'm trying to think. What was the what would have been the second map in the series? Inferno? No, it was. Where'd that link go? So it went Mirage at the Fnatic one. Okay, second map was Inferno. Maybe they were just like shell shocked from losing Inferno because that's like their home map, and TSM crushed them on it. Like, do you think that has an impact?
shell shocked?
Like, like you go into your map like Inferno, and you like Fnatic has like an 85% win rate on that map. Like maybe they were just like, wow, we
like
lost, really.
mentally out of it kind of thing. Like
Well, and then they had to go into Dust 2, which is one of TSM's best maps.
and one of Fnatic's worst.
And then they had
Yeah,
to go into Kabul, which is once again TSM is like a 90 something percent win rate on that map. Like it's just nuts.
I could see that being the reason. They just lost their steam. They lost their patience and they lost their cool and ended up losing. Yeah, I could see that happening. Now,
Did I mean I can't remember, did Fragbite have like massive delays that they had to deal through?
ooh, I'm not sure. I don't remember. But what I do remember